I've been gone for a
Oh,
minute.
okay.
Well, I'll break it down. See, look, I don't even know how to feel right now, do you?
Nah, I don't even know. I feel like I'm on the spot. Like I'm supposed to come up with some
That's
shit
what
to
I'm
talk
saying.
about.
That's the
Am
hard.
I allowed to cuss on here?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can say what you want to. Just do what I try not to do though. I don't try to say no like racial,
Okay,
like
yeah, that makes
like
sense.
our racial
Yeah.
slurs with the gers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Don't
All
say
right,
no gers.
I'll try to keep the hard ERs contained, man. I ain't gonna burst
Anyways,
some things out.
yo, what's good with it? Podcast. We got a special guest, bro. I've been knowing this nigga since seventh grade, since I first moved to a new town.
What's up,
Please
man?
introduce yourself for you.
Javier Cantua. What's up, man? It's my boy. So yeah.
And we have Miss Prince watching us right now.
Oof.
Hi, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Um, you know, every day's a blessing, so I take it for what it is.
Type. So I'm gonna ask you a question.
What's your question, brother? What you got? What you got?
Right now in your life, what's something you feel like you're missing?
Mm.
And it don't gotta be deep. It can just be shit. I wish I had a car part or something. Like it could be anything.
Uh, I don't mean to sound like all philosophical and deep, but I'd say time. I guess it's just more time. Um, I feel like if we had like a little 28-hour day or something, I think that would be nice. A little 30 even.
28.
Might as well make it even. You know what I'm saying? So
You
yeah,
think it's that, or just because you work so damn much, bro?
probably combo of both, but you know,
If y'all don't know, well, y'all obviously not gonna know. He a blue collar man, so all he do slave. He work and get paid.
yeah.
That's it, man.
But we live in a check to check. Everybody out here living check to check, so don't
But
go blue
like,
collar.
do you think you need a longer
I,
day or just less work?
I feel like so because here's the problem with, I guess, I don't even know if society would be the right word because I don't think it's society's problem, but I guess it's the society that we're raised in as in today's current standing. But as a man, you either are busting your chops working 50 plus hours a week, all the way up to some dudes are out here working 110 a week, or you're not and you're working 40s, but you're barely cutting it.
You a bum.
So and it's also variable through situation to situation. Like me personally, I have my own house, but if you live with your mom or something, it's perfectly fine if you're working 40 hours a week and you're not having to pay rent and you don't have bills. If you don't have bills, you don't have bills. But at the end of the day, I know the bills I need to pay, I need to work for. Uh, but it's nothing in the sense that I have to work like 60, 70 hours a week or nothing crazy. But I do have to work though. But yeah, I mean, if I could not work, I would. But that's not necessarily an option after you accrue bills over time. Once you get your own place, it's really hard to find a place that works uh, you a good 40 hours a week. So you're home on the weekends, you're home, around 5, 6 o'clock, but pays you enough to have a home to go home to.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's, I guess, the hard thing to come about, or at least find an opening into, because it doesn't even seem like there's anything like a gateway to even get there.
That's what I'm saying.
From what I hear, the people that aren't, going and getting a degree and don't want to work blue collar, those dudes are still working in a warehouse or they're working a discount tire or whatever the hell else they're doing. It's not like they're not working. And if you are not working blue collar, you work in blue collar hours trying to keep up and bring in a blue collar check. So it's either way. It's just kind of pick your poison when it comes down to it. If at least I say that for people that go to work straight to the workforce without a degree, I would say, because in a degree, depending on your degree and depending what the hell you do when you're in college, you could get out and make some bands, but not a lot of people do that.
That's what I'm saying. That's like that one in that one rare one, that special one.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it's not possible for anybody, but it's like, because I was thinking this the other day. Like I had just quit that job. I'm like, even when I was working it, I went to that. I woke up at 5 in the morning just so I can do my workout. I didn't have to be there till 7:30. But then it was an hour commute, so I leave the house at 6:30. I don't get done until 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
and then I have to do an hour commute back to the house.
Oh.
It's 5:30, 6 o'clock already.
See, you already up in there.
My day is already damn near done. So I'm trying to imagine like, okay, if I had kids, I have to cook.
Yeah,
I got to do all the rest of this shit. Where is my time gonna come from?
and that's what it comes down to as you get older is, life starts to attach things to you. You start getting the responsibility of life starts having your name on that paperwork. The things like the vehicle sitting outside the house itself. Eventually, it becomes your name on that paperwork, and when it becomes that, and it's your kids, it's your house, it's your car. That's when it's difficult to say, okay, I need to dial it back home from work. I need to spend more time at home, because when you do that, you won't have those things because you have to be able to afford to even bring in the money to fucking have them.
So do you feel like as a man, that's probably one of the things that a lot of men struggle with? Because what you just said is low key what I just feel like in a traditional household, that's one of the things a man struggles with because they work so much to try to provide for the family.
Yeah.
That eventually becomes, okay, well, you're not here for the family.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm trying to provide. Like, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to
100%.
I want to be here. I want to have the time, but I'm trying to help.
I understand that. And I think what's important when it comes to any man trying to provide for their family is having a support system. When it comes to working that long, that many hours, you have to have a reason. You have to have a purpose for doing what you're doing. Because you're not going to be there. No way. I mean, I work with dudes age varying from 19 all the way up to 63. And if you don't have to be there, the dudes that don't have to be won't be. It's that extra backbone from somebody else relying on you that gives you that extra strength that you don't think you have. Because I think that's important, and a lot of us don't realize that going through life, especially as a young man going through life, you feel like you need to be able to do things and get things done on your own. Because growing up, no matter what your circumstances is, things do fail on you. Whether it be a group project where somebody decided they were just going to fuck off and not do anything, or a teammate doesn't do their job on the field or court, anything. Somebody else's responsibility will cause you harm. So it's natural for men, us as young men, to go, all right, well, if when I rely on other people, they just disappoint me and they just fail, so I can't get to my goal, I'm going to just lock in and I'm going to do it myself. Because then I don't have anybody else to point that finger at when it comes to it failing. It's me and that's it. And when you get into that mode, I'm not saying being in that locked in grind mode is a bad thing. But being in that for such a long period of time without any support system, no backbone, that's where you can burn out, and that's where dangerous things can happen. Like, that's where accidents happen. That's where, people fall asleep on the job and they lose their job and stuff like that. That's when that stuff happens. So it's just about having a balance. And if you are going to be working, more than the average blue collar of 70, 80, 90 hours a week, you need to have a person that's in the foxhole with you, being your family, your support system, so that you're not just feeling like you're doing it on your own. Because when you're doing it on your own, you're not going to. So it gives you that extra firepower to, I guess, provide. And I guess that's a way to deal with that struggle, because I understand what you're saying in the sense of, because I feel it personally, if I work 6-7 days a week, I don't come home, I don't get to see my girlfriend, I don't get to, come home and lay down and just relax like I want to. The whole time I'm sitting in the truck, I'm thinking about sitting on the couch and hanging out with my girlfriend the whole time. And it's about finding balance, I think, and finding what works for you. And I guess sacrifices, really. At the end of the day, relationships take sacrifice. Like, bottom line, they do. They, and really life in general does take sacrifice. It takes you sacrificing something, whatever that thing is. whether it's a thing, whether it's time, whether it's money, whatever it is, you're sacrificing something to get to where you want to go. So I think that's what it ultimately is. And it's just the overall feeling of being stuck and I'm not doing anything that gets people in that mindset of I feel like I'm not going anywhere and I'm not doing anything with my life because all I do is work every day and provide for my family. And if they're not supporting you, that's when you get into that, well, now I'm working all these hours and I'm doing all this for what? For somebody that doesn't even care about me.
Okay, I got you.
So, yeah. So I guess long answer to short answer is, I guess, have a support system and find balance in what works for you and be ready to sacrifice and be prepared to sacrifice, I would say. Prepared to sacrifice things that you don't want to. Because nobody wants to sacrifice their time to, I don't want to work 70 hours a week. I don't want to, I don't wake up out of my bed, clicking my heels, ready to clock in for another 12 hours, but I do what I got to do because I'm clicking my heels when I get off, so I think that's the way I go about it. Just finding balance and make sure you have a support system if that's what you're going to do.
So you think you just answered your own question?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I'm trying to think about how I want to word that back to you because it's like, you were saying you were lacking time, but it's okay to make a sacrifice.
Well, in the sense of, if I could, because I think a philosophy I try to live by is I can't miss or be disappointed in something I didn't work for. If I didn't put the work in to get here, I can't be upset when I'm not there. I can't be. So yeah, of course I wish I had more time. I think everybody on this face of the planet will say they wish they had more time. That's the one thing we can't get back. But
so for
me wishing that I had more time doesn't mean the time that I spend now doesn't mean the world to me.
Okay. So for you, is this time now like a sacrifice to get to where you want to be? Like,
yeah, it's because what my father always told me growing up was you have to work hard now so you don't have to later.
Of course, yes.
And I feel like that's just a staple of growing up. What you hear as a man, do it now. Just get it out the way now. Do what you got to do now.
That shit crazy because my dad said the exact same thing. He was like, if something gets assigned to you, you get a task, just do it, get it out the way, and you're done.
Yeah. So you don't got to later. Because
Kenzie, did you get taught that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just had to check. I had to check it wasn't the universal man thing.
Because when it gets...
Mine's kind of different, I think. Different situation. Between
Yeah.
You have an interesting... Yeah. You got an interesting little...
Because when it comes down to it, I think one of the things that I struggled to learn to develop and get better at is not to procrastinate things that need to get done. And honestly, not complaining about it either. Because procrastination, just putting it off doesn't make it not go away, obviously. But what they don't tell you about the work hard now so you don't have to later is the later you don't have the energy to do what you could have when you were 20 to 24, 30, whatever. You don't have that energy when you're 50, 60 years old. You should have already been doing that. You don't want to have to go out and be like, all right, throw your hat on and go work 70 hours at 60 years old. And I'm not saying people don't do that. I personally know some men that do that, but
it's not what you want.
You don't want to have to do that. So that's my, I guess, reasoning for just, I guess, busting ass right now. Just trying to get, not even necessarily ahead. Because I don't believe in competing with the next person or competing with or trying to show out for somebody else. I want to bring in money and wealth for the betterment of my family and the comfort of my family and comfort of me and my family. Not to have people drive by and be like, oh my gosh, look at his freaking house.
Oh no, bro.
Now, if they do, they do. If they do, they do, but like,
that's the fruits of my, what's the saying?
Fruits of your labor? Yeah. And that's my thing about it is, I'm not saying I'm not gonna have nice things. I'm not gonna say, if I have, $1 million, I'm not gonna buy a nice car. I'm not saying that.
That's not your focus.
But it's not that. But it's not, I'm buying this nice car to shit on this person that's next to me and shit on this motherfucker over here that has a 99 Corolla. Because that motherfucker with the 99 Corolla can get from here to Mesquite just like your ass can.
And he might just do it saving his money on the side for some better shit than you already got.
Hell yeah. So
honestly, I respect you for that, because that's one of the things I struggle with. Like, I definitely, when you got your car, when you got your house, and like all y'all were kind of doing y'all's thing, I was like, damn, like I feel behind. I'm in school. I don't have like a job y'all have. So that's one of the things that I've been kind of struggling with and catching up with over the past couple of years is like not comparing myself and building something for my family and not for me and to be flashy about it.
Yeah, because it's so hard to, especially in the age we're right now where everybody's posting on social media, because everybody's posting their highlights. Literally, they're posting, hey, I just bought this, I just did this, or do this. They're not posting, hey, I'm 1 week behind on rent. My car got totaled last week. They're not posting all that. They're not posting the real world shit. They're posting the shit that, hey, I just got a new promotion on my job. I'm bringing in an extra 10 grand. Let's go. That's what they're talking about. They ain't talking about, oh yeah, but by the way, that child support taking all fucking 9.5 of it.
When niggas be talking about some, just made $300K today, guys. Gets day trading.
Yeah. And and that will always rob you of just enjoying your own life. And of joy, because I've always heard the comparison is a thief of joy. Mm-hmm. But even it's so true, because you just looking around, even scrolling on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, I find myself scrolling and I'll be like, or I'll be scrolling from app to app or swapping from app to app. And I'm like, I'm not even looking for anything. I'm just
doom scrolling.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not even trying to, I don't have a purpose in what I'm doing right now. I'm just fucking wasting time looking at, oh, this person's doing this person's doing this, this person's doing this. And the whole time I'm just sitting there on my fucking, like I'm literally laying down with a brick in my hand looking at this for 3 hours sitting still.
You just caught yourself though. You just caught yourself like how you said you was lacking time.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of people struggle with is that they say, I don't have enough time. But it's like, and me and Izzy talked about this literally last episode. You probably ain't watched that yet, but people will say they don't have time, yet y'all be on TikTok 3, 4, 5 hours a day. We gonna need a screen time. Screen time say 9 hours, my nigga. Go outside.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, you have time to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I'm not talking to you. I'm just kind of saying
it's about prioritizing what you want to do with that time.
Exactly.
Because what goes on in your life and the way you view your life, it's all up here. All of it. Mm-hmm. So you have the ability to make choices and set your life on a certain path or direction because we have the choice of free will. So with that, there is people that are going to be able to use their time and be successful to build businesses, to build relationships, or whatever they're using it for. Because that's the thing. Everybody says they need more time, but everybody got the same amount of time, and everybody doing whatever the hell they're doing with that time.
And that time.
You're doing something.
Now, I'll give it to you, though. Some people, like, if you used your time previously to do some fuck shit, like, say, now you have kids. Obviously, you might not have that much time. Like, you might
you don't have
go to work, then you got to take care of them, you got to cook dinner. You might have an hour to yourself a night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, in that hour, you can be getting active doing something for you, even if it's not necessarily super enjoyable. I think if it's important to you, like for example, this podcast, like you was just saying, I low key, when you texted me tonight and you was like 9:45, 10 work, I was like, I low key don't feel like going at that late, like fuck. But then I was like, I'm not gonna be doing shit else in my time. I'm gonna sit here, I might play the game, I might scroll through some TikToks or some shit. So let me go do something productive in the way that I feel like it's going to better my life for the future.
Yeah.
So, you was definitely right about that point earlier because I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I agree. I like what you said there. Yeah, I like that. I mean, like I said, everybody has the same amount of time. We all got 24 hours, and the sun gonna rise at 6 o'clock, and it's gonna set at 8. At least right now. So
We need to get rid of that daylight savings or whatever the bullshit.
I thought they were gonna try to get rid of it last
I'm tired of
year.
that
They
shit,
said they was gonna try to pass a bill this year to get rid of it, but
I'm so tired of that shit. If
I
you
don't-
just stay like this, I don't like. Well, which one do you prefer?
I prefer long. Man, I'm melanated, man. I like that warm
Oh
weather.
God.
Have you ever made a colored brother that like that cold? Come on now.
Hell no.
Exactly.
Except for them New York niggas, man. They like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
but
They be walking around in Tim's stomping on shit.
yeah, because they be in
brick
there
out
in
here.
puffers and shit though. Yeah,
New York is a different breed.
that's just that's their life, man. That's all they know. So I mean, because I think at the same time though, they that's just what they know. Because if you go over to
Florida.
you know what I'm saying? Them dudes ain't gonna go over there. Them dudes, they like it hot and muggy.
Hot, humid.
They love that shit.
They be outside, hoodie, tight ass jeans.
Yeah.
High niggas,
Yeah, wicks up, wicks in a beanie. They got all that shit, man.
Some
So-
of wigs be tough though. I ain't gonna lie.
Some people do, yeah. Some people should just be looking like a fucking cum sock, but some people should be looking good though. Pause.
Oh my god, that nigga said it comes. But nah, fuck. Like I was saying, no, we don't need to have the sun setting at no 5 p.m. and 4 p.m. and shit. Because when you get off work, bro, like when winter happens and niggas don't get off work till 5 o'clock and you walk outside and it's dark, you're like, my nigga, where the fuck did my day go?
Yeah.
Once it's dark outside, you don't even feel like you got time. It don't matter if it's 5.
Yeah, you don't even want to do anything.
It's just like
because it's dark already.
That's
You're
what
just
I'm saying. Don't nobody want to drive in that shit.
man, that's that night shift bullshit, bro. Man, that's the thing about working night shift during the winter, bro. Because you work night shift during the winter, bro, you don't even see the sun. Like I don't even see it. I'm dead ass. Like bro, like I come home, I hang out till like 7. Sun still wouldn't be up. 8 o'clock it's probably barely coming out. But by the time it's 8:30, she's leaving. I'm going to sleep at 9. The sun not even up. And then when I wake up for work,
I don't know how
and I start driving to work, it's dark.
I don't know how you do that shit.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like I said, man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Speaking of getting up at the butt crack of dawn and shit, bro. High school football.
Oh yeah, shout out to them days, man.
How you feel? So I think we should start from like when we changed coaches, like at the end of freshman year, when
To,
the whole coaching staff came in,
Coach J,
Coach
Coach
J.
J, yeah.
all of them.
Okay.
How that little switch up make you feel? Because I'm not gonna lie. Whenever Coach Holder came in there, he was like,
So what was your preference on the coaches? I'll say so because you were there with the freshman high school coaches,
Yeah.
so you know the old coaches. So what did you prefer? Did you prefer the old set of coaches
50.
or the new ones?
I like the old coaches for who they were,
Yeah,
but I think the new ones were better coaches.
I agree. I think because I think the old coaches were more so they wanted to connect with the players and students on a human to human basis. Like they cared about the kid. Like they actually cared about what was going on with that dude's life. Like they understand that's a human. Now I'm not saying our new coaches did. But they ran that whole like a damn
games.
military
camp.
so
Oh my god.
they wasn't even. I mean, shoot, we had the boot camp, man. We was damn near in the military.
I'm gonna get Jules on and everybody, and we gonna talk about that. But they had us doing. So our team had a boot camp. Now I know all teams have boot camps,
They had a little summer workout. Yeah.
but nigga, what was ours? We had a name for that hoe, didn't we? Or we had a name for. We had a Superman something and then boot camp, right? Because you remember that shit, right?
You talking about?
The Superman circuit or something.
Yeah, it was
like
a
that. We had to
Superman
do that
circuit.
for like 2 weeks or
We
something.
used to do the Superman circuit, and then we would come back from winter break because when we got kicked out because we didn't make playoffs that year. When we got kicked out, we started the Superman circuit, and the Superman circuit, according to Coach Jackson, was if you do the Superman circuit, you're supposed to be able to gain like an inch on your arm after the end of the 2 weeks. 1 inch per bicep. Now, I don't know how much weight that translate to. I would say like maybe 10, 15 pounds. But That's a lot to add in 2 weeks, especially if I was just working out and y'all not on the meal plan. We in high school fucking football. So
feeding us milk at 11 in the morning. We're not getting.
Do you remember like what the Superman circuit consisted of? I kind of remember that hoe actually. Do you?
I remember we didn't have to touch the turf. I don't think.
Yeah. So what we
was
did,
just straight lifting.
we did that. We did the leg extension.
We did the.
Yeah, we did the. What is it called? God, dog.
It's like it's not extension though. It's like you was hanging and then you.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that was called.
It was your hamstrings. Yeah.
Hamstrings for your hamstrings. Right.
Yeah, when you like when you pull back up. Yeah, I don't remember what that hoe was.
Because he was like, these hoes gonna make you real fast. And I was like, okay, bad. Like I'm finna like.
We did that hoe, and then you did squat, and then you did the little plyometric things over there with the little kettlebells, and then you could do the what is it? God,
I think we did leg extensions and power clean, but we did the press too.
No, we didn't do all that. We didn't do all that.
Didn't. Coach Ennis
I didn't do all that. Bullshit. Yeah. Coach Ennis was having y'all do that bullshit because y'all was on that D line, bro. They used to have y'all out there, bro. I used to pull up I used to pull up to practice early, and y'all ass be already on the field in pads, running drills, full on sweating, bro. Like I'm talking about, I'm pulling up. I'm literally have my school uniform on. I haven't even got into the locker room, like, bro. No.
I kind of like.
He used to have y'all locked in.
I hated it, but I respect it so much because I remember I was gonna say earlier because Coach Holder, with that first day that they came in and they started redoing everything, he was like, "What are your positions?" I was like, "Running back and linebacker." He looked at me. He did a double take and he said, "D tackle." And this sat me over there. I felt bad. I was like, "D tackle." This mean I'm
damn
soft niggas. I ain't gonna lie. Low key at the time, like at the end of freshman year, I was avoiding contact. I ain't even feel like dealing with that shit.
Oh man.
So then they put me at D tackle. I think that shit low key changed my life.
Yeah.
Because it's like you in them trenches. You have no choice but
you
to
have
get
to
active.
hit niggas.
You have to get active. That shit changed my life.
Kenzie asked me earlier because do you know the JJ Watt when he ran over that O lineman and he surfboarded on that dude? Yes. She asked me if I've ever been surfboarded on. I have not been because obviously I played receiver and sometimes DB. Did you ever,
bro?
Not necessarily get surfed on, but did you get jumped on or like what was that like?
So look, the lineman would pancake you, right? So if you got pancakes,
yeah,
they would do this and then they would just. All up on your shit, so you just gotta sit there and kind of take that shit, unless you can roll out the way. So that's I never tried to get pancake. I don't think I got pancake that often, but it definitely happened at least.
Yeah.
Grab.
Nah, I was small and I was quick. You gotta remember, I'm 5'5". Most of the niggas on the D line and O line, I'm 5'4.5". My bad. Most of the niggas on the D line and the O line are fucking
6+, maybe 6'3",
200 plus pounds. So I was in them trenches. I knew how to avoid it, and I knew how to handle it if I felt like I was getting pancaked.
I believe the word you're looking for is pummeled.
Pummeled. You know what I heard the other day, bro? The other day, you remember when we were, I think we were sophomores at this time, bro. Mm-hmm. When they went and they lost, the varsity team went and lost to, who was it? God, Mansfield Legacy?
Yeah, who was at that game?
They lost to that Jalen Catalon dude, right?
That was cooking.
Do you know that nigga still play college football? Jalen Catalon?
Damn, bro, because them niggas was 2 years older than us.
Yeah.
Was he a senior that year?
I don't know.
That nigga got to be.
I think he had to be our age then if he's still in there. Because I think even we're too old now. He might have been younger, which is even crazier. That nigga was a freshman dogging them niggas.
He was tough, wasn't he? Was he the short one?
I think so.
The receiver?
No, he was a safety.
Okay, no, I don't think.
They said, I don't know if he's tough right now because he went to Georgia. Then he transferred from Georgia to like UTSA. Then he transferred to Texas, and then I think he transferred to. He's at his fourth school right now. I don't know where he's at, but
his last.
But that's crazy, right? But it seems like all those people, not even a name drop, but all the people that really was supposed to go somewhere that we played in high school really didn't even make it like that.
I don't think we had anybody that we went to high school with
that made it.
I think Rod.
You think he gonna make it out to league?
He at UNT right now. I think.
Yeah. He at UNT. I think he was like he won D lineman of the year last year
won that shit.
At that hoe.
Damn, you know who was really good? I don't want to say his name. The running back though, he's swole.
Yeah.
That nigga was tough, and he went to Nevada. I thought he was finna fuck it over.
His only thing, bro, he was just he used to get fetched, bro. Like cause he'll bum through that. Cause bro, that's the thing for him. If you're a linebacker, bro, or if you're a running back, when you get past that linebacker, bro,
You got to be able to go.
there should be nobody touching you. As soon as you break past them linebackers, because you know damn well them corners not trying to hit. And them safeties over here looking at the receiver. So you should just be straight up. If you go, you should be straight to the. But
he was more of a power back.
Yeah, that was his thing. Yeah, he was a power back. But even though, because and maybe I'm ultra biased because I watch Alabama football and I watch SEC football. Because them dudes be big. And they'll boom boom and then they'll outrun your ass. They'll outrun the 170-pound dudes, and they be like fucking 6'3", 240.
They be freaks of nature. Like,
yeah.
Henry is a freak of nature.
Duh, yeah.
Like a nigga like that should not exist. Who else is just a abnormally big?
LeBron James.
That nigga should not fucking exist.
I was telling my boy the other day at work, bro, because he was asking if I really tried, do I think I could have made it to the league in the NBA? And I was like, bro, here's the thing. When it comes to basketball, especially basketball, at this point in age, it doesn't even matter how good you are, bro.
Big.
Because that everybody in the NBA is that good and they have size. That's all it is. Because the people in the G League are good. I'm telling you, they good.
They got some goats in there.
But they not 6'9".
Like,
them dudes be 6'9", hooping like them.
Mac McClung in high school, like I remember that nigga highlights. Who else is Mac McClung, Sharif Cooper?
Yeah, what's his name?
Josh Christopher. I don't know if you saw him.
I mean, even what's his name? Mikey Williams, LaMelo Ball. I remember when LaMelo Ball came out, bro.
LaMelo's so tough.
He's definitely tough.
But like those guys were still just as like good in their own.
Oh, you're talking about people that didn't make it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were talking about
big
people.
enough. I think Josh Christopher just fell off, but they was tough. They was tough.
Yeah.
They was tough as fuck. I remember watching they hooping mixtapes like
That's just hard to make it though. That's the thing, because in basketball, that's what they don't tell you, bro. Is because it's so variable. Because it's about not only is at that point is everybody else a good basketball player. Everybody out there can play basketball and they know what to do. Now it's all right. How can I react in the moment? And that's what basketball really is. It just comes down to who can make the best reaction in that moment.
Oh God! Like if you're a smaller player, your defense has to be locked.
Got to.
You have to be
You got to be a Patrick Beverly.
Kyrie. Oh God! You got to be Patrick Beverly, a Kyrie or Stephen Curry mix because you have to be able to score and play.
And realistically, you probably should just have all three.
Literally,
because
if you can't do that as a smaller guard, you're probably not gonna make it.
Damn sure not, bro. Honestly, bro, if you're under 6'3", and you ain't shooting lights out when you are wide open, not even wide open, you're covered. You need to be shooting lights out if you're under 6'3", bro. There's no excuses. Or when you get in that paint, you better be catching a body like you Derrick Rose in his prime.
How tall is Darius Garland? Because he's pretty tough.
I don't know.
I don't think he's 6'3". I think he might be like.
Can you look that up for us? Darius Garland? How tall is he?
W fact check. This is what I like to see.
Yeah.
And after this, we got to go back to the high school thing because we got to talk about boot camp.
Oh, yeah.
We have to talk about boot camp.
But yeah, because we was 6'1", Darius Garland.
Yeah, he's cool.
But he hooped, though. Yeah, like he hooped. You got to really be like a different breed. Anyways, to bring it back. So yeah, we didn't play that many because being that we played in Texas, we didn't play that many people that were just like different breed. But at the same time, our school wasn't 6A yet. We were on the verge of 6A. Because 6A is where they got them people at.
It was low-key pretty cold.
We was though. That's what they don't want to talk about. People, we was cold though.
We was decent. Like we was pretty decent.
Now I'm not gonna lie, the team that they got right now would be our team. But
Would they?
Oh yeah.
I haven't been looking.
They quarterback a 4-star.
Word.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
look him up. Look him up.
Look that nigga up, please. 4-star for real?
Dude, he took pictures at Tennessee the other day. I'm telling you.
I need to look
he
at
was up
that
there
shit,
flicking
bro.
up. That dude was clean.
I'm a proud super duper.
His name like
no.
It's like Legend something.
That nigga name is Legend.
Yeah, Legend Bay, I think.
I don't want to stomp on no nigga, bro. Actually, I'm not gonna. Well, actually, yeah. I used to play.
That's a big ass boy.
At an intramural league.
Yeah.
And
you know a dude named Legend?
There's a dude named Legend, and he was the coach's son. He was a bigger body. I'm not gonna say this nigga wasn't better than me. I really don't know. I feel like I could have whooped his ass at the time. But he was a bigger body, and the coach had him at point guard.
Oh yeah.
And when I say bigger body, I'm trying to be polite.
Yeah.
But he was a heavy set kid.
Yeah.
He had no business being in point guard. Like he had like a slow handle.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really rip the nigga because it's like the nigga just like slow with it.
Yeah.
He had no reason to be a point guard though. Me and his brother should have been point guard.
Damn.
His brother was. It was
Legend Bay committed to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Ooh, all right. I was gonna say because he was supposed to commit soon. That's crazy.
You think he could be a true freshman or what?
They got Joey Aguilar. I bet he will start. Actually, I bet he will play up there. I bet he will.
That's real.
He's known for rushing ability and
Pass the phone.
Bro, Kobe's suits was tough.
He was. What's his name? I think my favorite player that I've seen from there was Corey Mayfield.
Oh, Corey was cold. What happened to him?
He went to the league. I don't know what happened to him though. I don't know if because he went undrafted to the league. Here he go. Look at this man.
This nigga 16? I mean, this nigga supposed to be like a teenager, bro.
That's why.
What's up with these big ass
How?
kids now?
I'm telling you, bro. You're not telling me that dude not taking tests or nothing. That dude's huge. I've never seen a kid built like that. Never.
This nigga is swole to
Huge. He played quarterback. That dude back there slinging a rock.
And this nigga not even probably fully matured yet.
No, that dude a teenager.
This some
slinging a rock.
What this nigga 40 time is? Because it's a
Fast as hell.
Look, this nigga has in his bio 10-2.
Oh yeah.
That nigga fast.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, nah.
That's that shit.
That's tough.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
hate on that.
So if we played that team,
We're getting
he coming off the edge. I don't know who catching his ass because I'm not getting out there with him.
Was kind of crazy. Patrick,
He was, yeah.
that nigga down.
Hey, that's what I'll say. I will never take that away from that boy Patrick. He will go head up with anybody. He gonna hit.
You remember when we went against
what's his name?
I quit. Seth McGowan.
Seth McGowan. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that nigga Pat was meeting him. I think wasn't he?
Yeah. Hit him in the hole. Yeah.
I think I had quit it because I was done with the team.
Yeah. What's his name? That boy Seth. What's his name? I think he fell off too, low key. I think he's still in the league or in college football, but I think he fell off.
College, he just got into some shit.
Yeah. He don't play no more. Some shit happened with him.
Yeah, that's tough. That's fucked up.
But yeah, man.
Fuck, we keep getting goddamn sidetracked.
We in football. We in the realm. We need to get to boot camp.
So we gonna tell y'all about boot camp.
Yeah. Where you want to start at? You want to start at the mat drills? You want to start at Jamarcus on the mat?
So let's.
What I want to know is how do you think experiencing high school football and the boot camp shaped you guys as men?
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Ooh, okay. So I guess I'll reinstate the question on the mic. So the question was, how does what we went through in boot camp and football translate into our real life as of right now?
Let me real quick step in and say we was doing that for 4 years though. So I feel like once you do that for 4 years, like it's definitely gonna make an effect. Even though it's just high school football, that shit felt like some real life war.
Because it's, for me personally, it's like it builds
Character.
It's like a character mental thing. Like I believe if I didn't play, it may not even be just football. I know football because that's what I played.
Mm-hmm.
But if it had been sports in general, I feel like if you don't play, I feel like sports have a significant impact on who you become as a person when you grow up and you're in sports. It teaches you how to work with a team. It teaches you how to work with others under stressful situations when your emotions are flaring, when you're upset, you're mad, whatever. It teaches you how to control that and get the job done.
Impulse control.
Yeah, all of that. Because you have to, and I mean, it aims towards that in high school because high school is that last realm before it gets to, all right, when you're in college, now everybody is actually applying the lessons. Everybody's actually doing what they're doing, saying they're doing. Everybody's actually watching film. Everybody actually hitting all the reps that they're saying they're going to do. Where in high school, you still got some people BSing. And in college, honestly, you still do got some people BSing.
But everybody, like,
but a lot of people are locked in.
They're trying to lock, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are locked in. A lot of people trying to make it out of where they at. So I would say it built up my character and it instilled, like, I would say intangible things like discipline.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, the ability to be calm under stressful situations, intense situations, when chaos is going on. I think that's the biggest,
Boy, get out my drink.
lesson you could learn as a athlete is to be able to perform and be calm in the storm. Because
yeah.
as you realize when you get out of college, when you get out of high school, or you go and you hit the workforce and shit does hit the fan, a lot of that hoe is in the storm, and you got to be able to perform whether it's storming or not. So I think sports really helped me prepare for that. And I don't know. Yeah, I think that's my spiel on it.
I don't think I could have articulated that any better because I would have said the exact same thing. Like, it was, while I was in it, that shit sucked. Like, it was annoying. Every day having to wake up at 5 in the morning, 4:30 to go to goddamn practice. That shit sucked. Then stay after practice being 100 degrees, even if it was in the indoor. That shit sucked. But when we was doing all that boot camp stuff, I felt like it just built discipline. Like, it kind of kept us in line.
Yeah.
We knew not to fuck up in class. Any of that.
Yeah, because you carry it outside of just the football field. You carry the fact that I'm a football player. I should be holding myself to a different standard. You carry that with you. And it may not even be just a football player. It may be soccer. It may be whatever. You know, you're on a team that you represent outside of where you're at. And that's one thing they used to always tell us is, hey, when you are outside of this field, you're outside of this field house, you are representing the players that play on this team with you. When you do something, they're going to say, hey, one of the players from that team did that. And everybody on that team could be one of those players. And they're going to say that was you, and that impacts everybody.
But
So I think it teaches you to have, I don't know if self-control is the right word.
it's self-control and like an afterthought about stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know what the word for it is. It's not clicking right now. But it's like you can have an impulsive thought about something. It might be a bad thing. You're like,
Yeah, but it gives you that
second.
I guess discernment would be the word. Yes,
that's what it is.
Yes.
That's what it is.
So yeah, well, I think that's one thing I gained. One of the many things you gain from being in sports, because you learn a lot of things. You know, you learn how to interact with so many different people I keep going back to football because this is what I played growing up. But you know, just traveling and meeting so many different people from all types of walks of life, from where they're at financially versus where they come from and all that. You meet so many people you wouldn't meet, you know, just sitting at home, or I don't know what people do if you're not playing sports as a kid, honestly.
The band kids be getting active. The band kids apparently used to be getting active, man. That's all.
Apparently, you know, and honestly, fam, like in high school, it was a trend to hate on the band kids, but I mean, if you can play an instrument, good for you.
You gotta have your clique.
Yeah. And
everybody hit on color guard now.
Mine wasn't.
It's already kind of tough sometimes.
I think what I like seeing as a person is someone being 100% passionate about what they do. And like them taking pride in that and like actually wanting to work towards and being better at that. And that's what I love to do. I think, and that's when it's hard to knock somebody for doing band or color guard or whatever. And I'm not saying you should be knocking them anyways. I'm not saying I didn't. I sure as hell was making jokes at them. But looking back on it as an adult, that person felt like they were musically inclined and they wanted to learn how to play an instrument, and band is where you go. They don't have very many. They don't have band and cool band. It's just fucking band. Like, you know, so
Band is cool.
You know,
they did have cool band. Cool band. Now
percussion was cool band.
Percussion is cool band. Percussion is cool band. Duh. Yeah. Everybody knows that. Yeah, of course.
And I think the wind instruments, like the big wind instruments, like the tuba, saxophone, are cool band. Everybody else is just band.
Different clique though.
Yeah, because you do have cliques within band.
Yeah.
Typically, people stay in their instrument.
All right. So what's your most like? I guess for you, you know, if you were on campus at SFA, for example, what's your instrument that you would like? If you could play any instrument like perfectly, what instrument would you play on the courtyard to bag a bitch?
Okay,
I don't mean to call
you know what I played.
You know what I mean?
You know what I played before I played the clarinet?
What'd you got? Ukulele?
When I was in 6th grade, my school had orchestra.
Okay.
I played violin.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I would hop on that hoe again.
All right.
I would hop on that hoe again because that hoe was so like I just felt like a real romantic ass nigga. Like pause, but sitting there stroking and shit.
Yeah.
And then nigga, shit. I used to be looking in the crowd. I had all the mamas looking good. They see that. One time I had a solo. I don't remember what song it was on, but I remember we was playing at some like one of those little adventure parks indoors in Dallas. Yeah. I had a solo for that hoe. I was cooking on the hoe. I think I got a video somewhere on my mom's phone. If I find that hoe, I'll put it on the video.
I think I feel like guitar is an easy answer. Ooh, like, duh. I feel like another one I would like to do is like give me two. I'd say a harmonica or banjo.
Harmonica. What makes you say the harmonica? I've never heard someone say they want to master the harmonica.
Because when that hoe's mastered, that hoe sound good as hell. Think about it.
I don't think I've ever heard a video of a mastered harmonica.
I don't know. I just heard a harmonica before.
Like I've heard a harmonica, but not like someone just cooking on that hoe. Like I just kind of hear them.
Well, most people don't bust out a harmonica. I'll say that.
I did, bro. My mom. I don't know why, but when we was younger, she would like constantly buy us harmonicas. We wouldn't even play them. Well, we play them sometimes. If we was bored, we got our toys snatched. We would play that hoe.
Man, what color was your recorder when you was in elementary school, man? What color?
Bro, I used to mix them hoes.
You break them hoes up and combo.
Yo, I think we was comboing them in class. The teacher was like, "Okay, y'all can combo them hoes, but y'all need to clean them."
Yeah, because I know that hoe was nasty.
If we would combo, we had to go through her so she can make sure that we cleaned it first.
That's smart though. That's smart though.
So,
oh yeah,
I think I had like the tan, the green, the blue, and then my mouthpiece was specifically white.
They gave me the tan beat. But I was cold on that hoe. You give me a hot cross buns play shit. I'll play that.
I can still play that hoe right now.
Yeah, I'll get on that hoe.
I still remember everything. You remember Amazing Grace?
Yeah, I used to play Amazing Grace on that hoe. Yeah, I'm telling you, we did group presentations with our recorders, man. And she gave us songs, man, and my group was cold, bro. We was out there harmonizing and shit. I don't know, harmonizing. I don't know why I said harmonizing.
So I don't know if y'all did it out here, but did y'all do the typing classes when y'all was younger in the cursive?
Touch typing?
They don't do that shit no more, bro.
That's why apparently they don't even teach cursive.
That's why they slow now, bro. They be like, sign your name. I be feeling special now.
Apparently, like, anybody under the age of, like, 10 don't even know how to write cursive. Like, they deadass.
No,
like,
they deadass stopped after my grade. 3rd grade.
Okay, so anybody after them.
Are you going to teach your kid how to write cursive?
I mean, if he wants to know. But yeah, I write in cursive all the time, actually. I mean, not literally all the time, but
it's
I sign my name in cursive.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's what I'll teach my kid is how to sign his name. And I think
they should know all
his
the letters
or her,
and how to write it.
Yeah. And I think, because my thing is, when it comes to signatures, I feel like you should have your own. You got to come up with your own. But there's a way to. I don't even know how I concocted mine, man. There were so many. I used to be in class, bro, and I used to be over here trying to just fuck on the side of the notebook and write signatures all day, trying to figure out something that looked good. And them hoes used to look so shitty, bro. Oh my God. I used to be so awful with them hoes.
All right.
But yeah, I'll teach my kid cursive if he want to learn, you know, or he or she want to learn that mug. But I think it's crazy they don't teach them now. I think if we should have got rid of anything that was, or that should have been phased out over our lifetimes right now, I think, what is it called? Analog clocks should have got phased out by now. I think they should all be digital.
Gives a fuck about that shit. I could read it though.
Yeah, I can read it.
I can always flex. I can read that. Because I swear there's some people our age that don't know how to.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, damn, hey bro, what time is it? And they could be
like
short
5, 10,
long hand, bro.
yeah. I remember. What was it? In 3rd grade, that was when they started teaching us about how to learn how to do the analog clock and cursive. And I remember they taught us like the half pass, quarter pass. They taught us all the little, I guess, prefixes. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't there, bro. So I just never learned. So for the longest, I would say up until I was in like 8th grade, I didn't know what like any of that shit meant. I didn't know what they meant when they'd be like, yeah, I'm going to be over here 12:30. Man, what the hell are you talking about? 12:30.
Just say
or quarter two. What time is it? 2:45? The fuck? What?
Don't that mean 45? That means a 45.
Yeah, 45. It's 45. Something 45,
Niggas
yeah.
be saying too much. You said all that extra shit 2:45. Nigga, it's 12:30. I mean, it's 12:45, bro.
That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say.
You trying to make me do extra fucking math in my head, trying to figure shit out. You're telling me what fucking time it is, bro. It's like when you ask me what time it is. Shit, I don't know, you know?
All right, I got a question. If you remember, what was your wallpaper on your ebook that you got in elementary school? What was your wallpaper on the back of that bitch? Or what was one of your most significant, like, what was your favorite wallpaper that you had on the school issued computer?
Damn, I'm not gonna.
Or did you have any crazy?
I don't remember. I remember I had some crazy. Shit on there at one point, but I can't remember what it was, bro. I hated like middle school and high school, so I kind of just blocked all that shit.
Them hoes used to make me. Them hoes made me hate computers, bro. It's like, I remember when they gave us them hoes, I used to think we was going to be on cool math like a bitch, bro. And I was. Best believe I was.
They blocked fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool math games. They blocked even the educational shit. Nigga wanted to play some Papa's Freezeria. Nigga couldn't play no Papa's Freezeria.
No, sir. No, sir. You ain't playing none of that, bro. None of that. None of that. You going to, what is it? God, I don't even know. You going to think through math, brother. If you ain't on think through math, get out of here.
It wasn't that bad when you was really bored, though.
Do you remember think through math?
I don't, but I remember playing that hoe when I was really bored in class, and she was like, the only thing y'all can do is, Moose, get your ass.
Well, what you do on that hoe is you have to, like, answer questions, and they progressively get harder. And I remember, because, like, you'll be in the class, you can get to design an avatar based off the points you get from answering the questions. And I remember, bro, niggas used to be on, the leaderboard on that hoe, like, sweaty as hell, bro. Like, nigga, you telling me you on the think through math leaderboard? Really?
I remember, I think I was on like the top 10 one time, but that's because it was right after it had reset.
Yeah.
So I was like one of the first niggas to get in there.
Bro, I'm telling you, some of them niggas used to be on there like consistently.
Because our teachers used to offer rewards, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's the only reason I'm on that hoe.
On me, bro. I used to be on that mug like a mug, bro. But I remember that I used to do that. I remember for a while I did used to do the AR points, but I fell off at the AR points after a while because I realized they were just trying to get me to read, bro. And honestly, reading ain't even that bad as an adult. I think school tends to ruin a lot of learning for people because, you know, as an adult, I love learning about history.
Oh God. Yeah.
And honestly, just learning, you know, just learning about.
We can kind of appreciate it more now.
Yeah.
I think school kind of forces it on you. Like, it doesn't allow you to naturally
want to learn
something. It's like you have to learn this to go immediately apply it versus just learning from a lesson.
Yeah.
Or like something going wrong. You're like, okay, well, how can I do this? They just try to force it down your shit.
And I don't know. I do think people need to go to school. That's no question. But I don't know what the way to go about that correctly would be because I know the school system's already messed up in the sense of realistically what it is they expel information out to you, and then they give you a paper a week later and expect you to be able to regurgitate that information that they gave to you a week ago back onto that paper.
In the exact same way you were taught. And if you're not doing it the way you were taught, it's going to be a question.
Exactly. And if you don't show your work, you're Houdini. And dude. And they used to, because we went to school when it was real shit. Like before the AI, all we had was that motherfucking, what's it called? That math app. What was that? It was the red one, Photomath.
Oh God, Photomath.
But if you put that Photomath on there and it ain't pull up the answer, you're fucked, nigga.
I remember taking geometry. Was you good at geometry?
Hell no.
I had Mr. Amadi ass, bro. I was struggling. I was like, bro, wait, no. It wasn't geometry, it was algebra 2.
Yeah, that's what I had for algebra 2. I had Mr. Amadi, yeah. Geometry, I had, what's his name? I had that old white dude. What's his name? Mr. Jones, I think.
I remember him, but I know you. I remember his face.
Yeah, I had that dude.
I hated that shit, bro.
But, man.
I think they need to, like... Okay, so do you think we need school for the social interaction or the learning part? Because, honestly, I think we could homeschool. It's just people need to go to school for the social.
I think it's both because I feel like the problem with homeschool is there's people that are going to say they're going to homeschool and they're not, and then you'll end up with people that are just fucking idiots. And you know, it seems like even if we have school already, there are people that are going to come out and be idiots. People are just going to be idiots either way. But when it comes down to it, I think school is very important in the sense that, yes, like you said, it does build up that social strength and allow you to learn how to interact, you know, in social environments. And I think in cases, they do a great job of teaching. Because I think it also depends on your teacher. Because I've had some teachers that are absolutely great. You know, like Coach Leach.
Oh, Coach Leach is cool.
He was
history.
Yeah, he was my favorite, one of my favorite teachers, if not my favorite teacher I've ever had. Because he actually cared, it seemed like he cared about what the hell he was teaching. You know, and if you are up there and you're not just sitting there clicking through the PowerPoint, just reading it word for word, I ain't gonna learn that way, man. You over here giving me the notes and you have me fill it in.
Have me correlate something, do a dance or something. Like, you remember Coach Sturgeon,
Yeah, yeah,
his wife.
yeah.
She taught the U.S. history, and I still remember the Bill of Rights because of the song that she taught us.
Really?
Yes, like I can
Damn.
recite that whole 1 to 15 because of the song. Fuck no, not right now. You got to get me drunk. Drunk.
You remember?
Okay, now I get that.
You remember when we were in? I think it was either 7th or 8th grade when we did like the 10 amendments, and they made us go in the cafeteria, and we all had to like sing them.
Yeah,
you remember that shit?
That's what I think I remember.
That's what you remember?
Because it was the Bill of
yeah,
Bill of Rights.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I still remember that hoe. Like, that hoe word for word, bar for bar.
Oh my god!
That's the only reason I still remember them.
That's just fucking crazy, bro. That's what's hard. It's okay hard for me to remember middle school, but I feel like, and just because there wasn't, it felt like every day was kind of the same in middle school, but not like there was shit going on. Obviously, like we were doing shit,
but it was like it was just repetitive. Like it was so.
And I feel like that's what school is, and that's why it's hard to recall back once you're out of school, because things start to blur together.
God,
because
there's no,
once
you can't really do anything outside when you're that young.
Yeah.
Besides your extracurricular, maybe work and like family shit.
Yeah, if you ain't doing none of that shit, you ain't doing something you're supposed to be doing. I can tell you that.
Like we used to.
I can tell you that.
We had a snowball fight.
Oh god!
Of a construction house. We were in there breaking sheetrock, setting it up to like throw snowballs and hide behind the shit. And then who pulled up? It
was
the contractor or something.
Yeah, it was a contractor. He's the dude that does the model homes. Ah, dude, I remember they called my parents. Man, I was scared shitless, bro.
Did you get in trouble? Like, did you get in as much trouble as you thought you were gonna get in?
No. The most trouble I got in was when I was driving the golf cart that one time and Joe T smacked that girl's ass. That's the only time I ever got in like deep trouble.
I'm so glad I wasn't with y'all with that.
Yo,
golf cart too.
I'll tell the golf cart story since we're talking about it.
We never got that hoe.
So when, God, I think I was in like 8th grade or some shit, but I was the oldest. Me and the neighborhood kids got off of school, bro, and we got on the golf cart, and we were just riding around, bro. And before we got on that hoe, bro, we were all hooping at my house because we had that little. You remember my little portable goal that was fucked up, and we're hooping on the goal, and everybody decided they didn't want to hoop anymore, and they wanted to ride the golf cart. But you know me, ball's life. I want to hoop. I'm telling people I want to hoop, bro. I like hooping. I like to compete. I want to hoop. And once you get me in the competitive mode, I'm competing. We already played like 2 games. I'm not trying to just put the ball down.
Gotta win.
I'm trying to win.
Gotta dominance.
I'm trying to put that belt. I'm trying to lay the belt.
BTA.
But everybody was like, nah, bro, we not trying to play. We not trying to play. So we got on the golf cart, bro. So we started riding around. We ride around the neighborhood, bro. And, we riding to the pool. We riding around. And we see this lady on this bike, bro, and we passed her. And she was driving the opposite way, and we saw her. And Joe T had, or I guess it was Khalil. He was like, "I bet you want to smack her ass." But we were already gone. We were already past her, like I said. But eventually, we ran into her again, bro. We ran into her again, and this time we were driving past her, and she was going the same way as us. But obviously, we're on the golf cart, so we're going faster than her. And we're passing her. This motherfucker. Now, obviously, I could have scooted over a little bit, but I'm driving. Hey, I'm driving. I'm not doing anything. This motherfucker, Joe T, decided to lean out from the back of the golf cart and give this lady a whack on the ass. And, God, and, bro, and I'm telling you, bro, I don't know if we would have got away with it, but this when we're fleeing. This motherfucker Andrew decided he was gonna jump off of the golf cart, allow her to catch up to us while he's fumbling trying to get back on the golf cart.
We got left. I'd be like, yeah, bro, don't snitch.
We should have left his ass, honestly.
I was like, don't snitch.
I'm telling you, I should have. But we fucking picked him up, and then we took her on this like long route away from my house, and then I just sped back to my house. And then they started posting on Facebook, bro, about, oh, this person just smacked my ass or whatever. These group of kids on a golf cart just smacked my ass. And
golf carts was.
I just felt like my parents were gonna know that was me. I just felt like they were gonna see it.
It's because the golf carts weren't even common at
Yeah.
He was one of the very few people that had one of those.
So when they came home. I just ended up telling them what happened.
Oh, I wonder if they would have found it. Did they say they saw it or anything?
No, they didn't say anything, but I'll say this too. That night when we took the golf cart home, she didn't see us park it. We parked it in the garage, and then everybody went. I made everybody go home. Then one of the kids that was on the golf cart went home, tells his mom what happened. His mom sees the post, reaches out to the lady, and was like, "Hey, I know who owns that golf cart. He lives here." She pulls up to my house. I'm playing the game at this point, and my parents are out on a date. I'm playing the game. She pulls up, knocks on my door. I open the door. And she's like, "Hey, are your parents here? I need to talk to somebody." And I'm like, "No, nobody's here right now." And she was like, "All right, I'm going to just come back later." And just walks off. So then I'm like, well, if I wait until this girl come up and tell them what the fuck happened, they going to beat the shit out of me. So I'm going to just tell them. So I did that, and they didn't beat me because, and I think partially because they knew that I'm not the one that went out and did that stupid shit. But they still made me go over there and apologize to the lady. Like, we literally walked down to her house, and I'm sitting in her living room on her couch, apologizing face to face to this lady in front of her husband, and her fucking teenage son that's the same age as me, about why I'm riding around on my golf cart. Somebody leaned off and smacked his mom's ass. Like, I'm apologizing to the whole family.
Oh, that had to be
like, that was so bad. It was so bad. And then we ended up having to sell the golf cart, obviously. But yeah. So that's the golf cart story for the podcast. But that's the most trouble I think I've gotten in trouble for was the golf cart. And that was the thing, bro. And nobody else that was on the golf cart got in trouble. Like, the motherfucker that actually slapped her ass didn't get in trouble. They just moved away scot-free, bro. It was me. And like I said, I understand, bro. I could have gotten into oncoming traffic on the other side of the road, bro. But like,
you can't expect a nigga to reach off a golf cart
and smack an ass.
That shit is
that's somebody's mom, bro. What are you doing?
If somebody did that to your mama, you know damn well, especially him.
Yeah,
would have started tweaking.
Yeah, bro. Like, so I don't know, bro. I don't know.
And then
that shit was stupid, bro. I hated that.
That's really didn't know. We've been talking for a fat ass minute, I think.
Yeah.
Let's come back to the boot camp. Let's talk about.
All right.
Let's talk about the basic shit they had us doing, like just the workouts first, and then we'll get into the wild.
All right. So yeah. So we had to do the mat drills. I think if any of your viewers played football, they know what a mat drill is.
Can you see if it's still recording, please?
What the mat drill consists of is usually your coach, having you do seat rolls or whatever the hell he's having you do. And he's having you do, some type of body maneuver, like a seat roll, somersault, whatever. And then you're diving off. So we had that. And then we had the sprinting around the track. Expected in football. But yeah, it'd be a lot, though.
The log.
Oh, the fucking log.
Carries. Everybody had to be on one
log. Oh, my God.
Each side. And it really wasn't fair. Because a lot of times I was barely holding the log. Everybody else is taller, so I was pushing it straight muscle arm. Everybody else got to kind of hold that hole on their shoulder.
Dude. Because we had to do the log after we ran, too, right?
Mm-hmm. So you'd already be tired.
And what the log is they would have a telephone pole, because we didn't have big trees. We live in Texas. So they go use telephone poles, and they'd put you and your boot camp squad with him, and y'all have it shoulder to shoulder, and y'all have it on y'all shoulder, and this motherfucker heavy, it's a fucking telephone pole, and you're just resting it on the shoulder, and they'll be like, switch! You go above and you switch it over here, and you're holding it the whole time.
And Coach Wheelock running.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. Because with the boot camp, you didn't get to pick who was on your squad. So you had squad. You were going to get some weak motherfuckers on there.
And then it's not like you just had weak people and that was it. There was this thing they called them ticks. So if you fucked up or they thought it was a mess up, like they were just trying to be funny. Tick. And what was tick? Up downs?
Yeah. It'd be a mistake that you made throughout the day, and they tally it up, and however many mistakes you had at the end of the day, that's how many up downs you'd have to do.
So it would be the whole team. So
it'd be your whole
count up for everybody.
Platoon or whatever. Mm-hmm. But boy, because I think honestly, bro, the physical shit never really got to me.
Not hard.
Because when it comes down to it, bro, I know it hurt, bro. I know there ain't nothing like on the last 30-second hold of holding that 45 above your fucking head after we just did the fucking man makers.
Some nigga not holding that hoe, so you know you holding.
You seen him resting it on his head, and you look over and he blow the whistle. He's like, "Fuck, stop!" That shit. Oh my god, I be wanting to catch a body, bro.
But the thing was, like you was saying, though, it was never the physical shit. It's
the running for me. It was the running for me.
I was fine with that shit too. It sucked, but it's like after you're done, you're done. You don't gotta worry.
Because because the problem was
41-10
is they made you run the 200. They made you run the 200, right? And they made you run it fresh. And they timed you when you were fresh, so you ran it and they're like, run it as fast as you can. And I don't remember what they said, but they promised us if you ran it past a certain time or you beat a PR, that you wouldn't have to run again. And they put that time that you ran on your shirt. So now
you cannot run
every single time
more than that.
You have to either run that time or 1 second behind it. If you're not within 1 second, you're starting over. So. And I can't tell you how many times my group had to start over because dudes was just busting ass.
It wasn't. If one person missed it,
it's everybody. Yeah, it's everybody.
They used to be lenient with that though.
Sometimes, yeah. Because if they did it like way too many times, then they'd single somebody out.
I remember we didn't do 200. We did a 300 and
we did that too.
One time.
We did that too, bro. They make us run that curve, come to the straightaway, stop at that straightaway.
Yep.
And then once you finish, see them waves,
go right back.
They walk across that field. And as soon as he gets to the other side of the field,
go,
boy! Oh my god! I used to hate that shit. You be in like the second or first group, bro. You feel like you just crossed the line, bro. You just caught your breath. Not even, bro. You still got your hands on your hips or on your head, and you come back, you stand in your lane, and you look over, and this motherfucker's walking towards you with the whistle, ready to send your ass again. To run again at the full speed that you ran at. You were fresh. I'm not going to say that doesn't bring results, because it does.
It brought results.
But, god, dog, I hated doing that shit. Because, bro, because if you remember, bro, because that was the thing with track, bro. If you run, like if you actually give it your all and you bust your ass, bro,
he's gonna get
you
faster.
Better not sit your ass down. Because you sit down, your butt gonna be
lactic acid.
Oh, you
touching.
That bitch gonna be a fucking boulder. You got 2 boulders back there, man.
Let's talk about the locker room bullshit. This is probably the worst. Like, this is the part I just didn't fuck with.
So what are we leaning on? Are we talking about when Howard Howell busted his head open because he was wrestling? Are we talking about?
I forgot about that shit.
Are we talking about
we're talking about being in there, jock strap, booty butt cheek naked, all that.
That's honestly the weirdest part of what boot camp was to me, because they wanted us to have a sense of urgency and be uncomfortable and be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I understand that. I understand having a sense of urgency on the football field. I understand the importance of that in life.
But it was a little bit insane.
You handing all of us jock straps and telling us to get butt ass naked in front of you as a grown ass man, and you standing there behind me like this,
and
watching me change like this.
How long do we have to? Because remember, we had like a minute.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think it was dead ass a minute from the time you're standing on the wall.
We'll come in for boot camp, and they would make us all like huddle up. Like we couldn't go into the locker room yet. Everybody had their back.
You had to stand on the wall outside the locker room, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll wait till everybody was there, or it was Tom. They'll blow the whistle. You have to run in there, take all your clothes off, put your jock strap on, your shorts on, your specific question mark shirt. We had multiple shirts. We had like our tight compression shirts for like practice for the pads, and then we had our like boot camp shirt. It was a completely different shirt. You had to get that hoe on. Bam! Half the time, niggas was standing there with their fucking balls out.
Oh,
I swear, they ass cheeks out just that, and that's a mistake.
I remember, bro, because you forgot to reiterate. The shorts aren't even regular shorts. They're football pants cut at the thigh pad level, so they turn into shorts.
They were
so
not comfortable.
The short isn't a belt. It's not a button. It's the little shoelace tied all the way up, so it's loose. So I remember, bro, this nigga, me and Spencer are 2 lockers from each other. He's right next to me. It's me and God, who I have that one big ass dude sharing a locker with me. I can't remember his fucking name.
Dylan
Vessel, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had Spencer. Bro, this dude Spencer is rushing, pull on, put his pants on, stand like this. This nigga dick is hanging out of the fucking, it's literally just sitting there. And Coach Anus walked by, he's like, put your dick away, son. I was like, bro, I know the timer went off, bro, but I'm telling you, you ain't finna have me with my dick out just going, all right. Like, what?
Because we literally had to stand there and behind the back. If your shit wasn't on, bro, you just had to kind of be out and just open with it.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my gosh. So it was, God, but like I said, and that was only bad for the first portion of boot camp. If you can make it to the elite locker room side, you're fine. If you can make it over there, if you can test out of boot camp, you're fine. But that's the thing, bro, is they be hella stingy with testing out.
Because we had the like
you had to compete against
little
somebody.
rhymes and shit too that we had to do.
Yeah. You had to, because I think I was number
Juice Monday.
I think I was number either 4 or 5 into the elite locker room that year. And no, I think I was 6. Because I think Monaco was 5. But you had to be able to recite the quote for all the core values.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Then you had to be able to say the first and last name of every single person on the freshman, JV, and varsity team. And then you had to compete against somebody on the varsity team in 3 different boot camp workouts and beat them.
Who was in there doing fuck shit?
I was winning that hole, though. I was in that hole.
I don't think I ever made the elite varsity.
I made it in there, bro. That because they put me against Josh Mills. That dog is but he was like, because that's the thing about football is, and that's what I like about it is growing up is there's different types of people that you have to have on that team. Because he's one of those players. He's not getting out there and making plays.
Shit.
He's not even doing anything.
He's on the
sideline. But yeah, he's morale. He's silent. You need those people there. At least in high school, you do.
Hell yeah.
And in college, you can't afford those people. But
anyway,
yeah, man.
That's pretty much it, bro. I think we are now out of time.
All right, that works.
Overtime, low key. That was a good conversation.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Just let me know when you want to do another one, man. We can do this again, bro.
That's a good combo.
Yeah,
but podcast, I'm gonna fuck with y'all. I hope y'all fucked with this.
Yeah, man.
Nigga. I'll see Javi, a real nigga, man. He was talking, he was spitting. I might have to bring him back. Let me know if y'all want him back. But I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Peace out, love you, bye.
Podcast.
Cool.
Boom.